this thing is similar to, let's say, the sphere of sound. Let's try to create some metaphors here to wrap our heads around it. It's similar to, like, if you think of, stereo is this kind of box in front of you. And it goes pretty wide. If you're using like MS recording techniques and stuff, I mean, you can get to like, 150 degrees. Sometimes it feels like it's even more than 180 degrees sometimes, depending on how good you record that MS sound field. But it's almost like, it reminds me of like a 16:9 rectangle that's in front of you, right? That's stereo. Imagine shining a bunch of colored lights on a rectangle that's in front of you. Okay, those are like our sounds. Those are like the frequencies that we're going to be composing with. Now, we'll be able to understand like where the green is and where the red is and the blue and the purple and all these things, but they're going to be pretty much jammed in there. And where they start to overlap, it's going to make like white light, basically, because that's what happens when, these colors of emitted light come together. But imagine instead of just having this small rectangle in front of you, and it's not just a rectangle or an extended kind of like panoramic screen that goes around you, but it's a full sphere. And then you're able to shine a light in these different points. There's no potential overlap that's happening. You have all this other space to work with. I mean, it's a completely different way of starting to compose. And, we're talking more of kind of like the top-down production level right here, because it makes sense. And, you can see there's a device and that's applied to a track and we can pan it and stuff like that. But what's more difficult to visualize and to really get into it is the way that this whole kind of opportunity of placing a sound in a different location influences your compositional decisions. You can do so much more with less, and you can also do so much more with more. Like, I was just talking to some people a couple of days ago about this, and I'm working on some different spatial masters for them. And they had all these tracks, and they're really concerned, well, like, is this going to work in terms of like an immersive sphere of sound? And the fact is it actually works better because you have more ability to locate where each of those colors are going to go within the sphere of sound. And it's really, really fun to get into.